Yeah, I was in the Army, and I was fixing to go to college over in Weatherford, Texas, and I taken some courses, and then I got this letter from Army. He said, "Hey, we want you in our program." I went down there and talked to him a few minutes. I said, "Well, how long have I got to accept this before you really call me?" He said, 30 days. I said, "Well, I'll do something else." I went over and I joined then, and he sent me to helicopter flight school in Mineral Wells, they said. So everything went just fine. Got called, then I got called in by the Army. Went on in, went to Colorado for basic training. And while I was there, I didn't do anything exciting except I went out to shoot for a rifleman. Fell down in the snow and lay there until after it was over with, because that's where the sergeant told me to stay. Got up and had to go to the hospital for a week, had pneumonia. Before I could go, I had to go back to the basic training camp, my cabinet, my building, get all my stuff carried over to the supply house. Then I could go to the hospital. But anyhow, I got well. Got out of it, enjoyed it. I was in better shape than most people because I'd been roofing houses all summer. Then I went from there to Newport News, Virginia. And they got up there, and I said, "Well, this doesn't look like, what am I going to do this helicopter stuff?" He said, "Oh, you're going to work on them." I said, "That's not what I joined for." And they said, "Well, that's what you got." Okay. So I went to school there for probably 4.5, 5 months. Went down to Dothan, Alabama. Went in there and supply sergeant, and he said, "Choate, deputy." I said, "That's right." He issued all these tools, and I signed for him. I said, "Okay, where am I going to put them?" He just grabbed them up, locked it up, threw them back in the back. He said, "You don't work on helicopters down here, civilians do that." I said, "Okay, what do I do?" He said, "Ride around helicopters." That's what I did for almost a year, every day. Well, 5 days, something like that. And then I decided to talk to somebody and let me go to the Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi, learn how to do air traffic control, which I really enjoyed that. Got through that school, and the sergeant come by and said, "Okay, Choate, you're out. You're going to Washington, D.C. to the airport up there, helicopter." Boy, that was plush. Ooh. And I'd been working in the officers NCO club, and I guess it enlisted men. Anyhow, I went in that last night to work, and the sergeant said, "Hey, Choate, come here, man, I got something to tell you." I said, "I don't want to hear you." He said, "You're not going up there, you're going for Alabama." I said, "What for?" He said, "You're going to train some more." I said, "Yeah." "Who got that?" And he told me. Some guy's wife was raised there, but she couldn't go back down there because she had something, I don't know, some kind of accident. So I got to go to Vietnam for a year, when December, whatever. Stayed over there for a year and a month, 2 months maybe. No, a year and 1 month. Come back and got out of the military. And the only thing exciting happened over there is when the leader, whatever his name was, he and his wife got together, and she owned all the train systems in Vietnam at the time. Everything was in the train business, she owned it, so they said. And they loaded up one day and one night and cut out of there, and it almost caused a riot, but we weren't involved in it, so that worked pretty good. So sat over there and did nothing. I did work for about 3 months on air traffic control, really enjoyed that. And usually it was with people trying to learn how to fly. Except for this one night, this guy called in and said, "Hey, you're going to the tower, not to me." We was in a little building outside. He said, "You got anybody to land me down there?" He said, "I got to land." And he couldn't see nothing. Couldn't see across the runway. So he called me and said, "Can you land him?" I said, "Yeah, I guess so. If that's what you got to do, we'll bring him on in." And fortunately, it worked out real smooth. He did everything I told him to, which was unusual for those people. So the ones we were working with, normally they did what they want to because there's training and all that good stuff. But we brought him in. And next day he called and said, told me I had to go up there and talk to him. I said, "Okay, what did I do?" So he goes there and brought me a little present and thanked me for bringing him in and made a smooth landing. When I got out of there, I come back to the United States and got out of service, went to work for General Dynamics, for work.